Every year the museum hosts its annual Trustees Dinner, which is one of our biggest and most prestigious events of the year for our main funders and supporters. Each year that we use the event to showcase the museum's strategic direction for the next 12 months. And this year we decided to focus on unveiling a brand new dinosaur for the museum. It was super exciting, it was a brand new species, and really a nice opportunity to showcase the museum's work in research, but also in scientific discovery, and our public programme and how we engage the public with these amazing creatures. It was a really exciting project because the dinosaur had been donated to the museum by one of our funders, and because of the gift we were able to do some additional research into the specimen. While we were undergoing that research, we discovered that it was a brand new species, so it's a new to science, new to the world. It will be the first ever Enigmacursor mollyborthwickae that has ever been seen by the public. So being able to reveal that for the first time to our closest supporters was fantastic. We scan all of our specimens here, so we have the exact specimens scanned digitally anyway. So if we're going to produce something that we want the public to engage with, we want it to be as accurate and as correct as possible. So it needs to have some validity when it's out in the real world. We know this is exactly what this bone looks like. The second reason was it's the durability of it all and the texture. I was able to talk a lot with 3DPRINTUK around how we got the texture right so that it had some durability, so that it could be used as a dinner, as a one-off piece, but would also then go on and have a longer life with our young people in a learning environment. I was able to have quite a good conversation with the team to work out what would be best for us, because there is a price tipping point. We could have gone slightly more expensive in the finish that we went for, but for what we were doing, this was spot on. And it was nice to be able to link it back to the colour of a fossil rather than it being black. So particularly when it goes into our learning team, it will have a bit more, it will make it a bit more real. This is for the kids that are working with it. I hadn't worked with 3DPRINTUK before, but one of my colleagues here had. Part of his research has involved 3D printing for visually impaired visitors and producing things for people to touch and handle. And it was just an inquiry to see whether it was possible to do and working out what the potential solution might be. To see it all come together was really amazing. I was really excited to do this and try and make our dinner feel slightly more interactive and more interesting. So to be able to do it and then to see it on the table and to see the guests engaging with it and passing them around was great. It was exactly what it needed to be. It provided a really good talking point. You have a dinner with 300 people, and actually keeping the conversation going and interesting and lively, it can be a bit of a struggle occasionally. So to have something else, a prop, to be able to engage with guests and talk with was really helpful. And what I was really pleased with is our science team were pleased with them, because it's their work. It has to feel representative of the museum, and for our paleontologists to be pleased was really important. The skull was quite cool because it was 2 pieces, so it was an extra piece. But it was one that we scaled down in size rather than did at actual size. But it was the one that people really wanted to pick up and touch and feel, and it's the Stegosaurus, which we have in the gallery. And after the dinner, the guests had the opportunity to go and see the Stegosaurus in reality, and also see the new Enigmacursor mollyborthwickae, which they'd had the femur for. I think the challenge really was just my lack of knowledge of this area of work, knowing where to start. I think for me, knowing the different types of nylon, what the finish was going to, you're making an investment in something without really knowing what the end product is going to look like. So having that trust to work with a supplier who is really happy to have a phone call with you and talk you through the differences, explain to you what it's going to be in layman's terms rather than the scientific tech that the nylon is all described in, was really helpful. It was just nice to bring some fun to what is a really corporate dinner. It's our big strategic corporate moment of the year, but to bring something in that was real and fun and tangible and brought that play back to an event where we were also talking about children's learning and programming was great. And I was really, really proud to see it come together so well.